Okay, welcome back to This Is Livin', you guys. I hope you're enjoying the videos. If you could like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, check out the merch, it's greatly appreciated. And today's video is going to be a little different than usual. I'm going to answer some questions and explain a lot of things you guys have been asking over almost 3 years now. And specifically kind of about big waves and what it entails, how you get over the fear, what it's like, and like the traveling and safety equipment and all that. So we're gonna jump right into it, and we're gonna start off with question 1. And probably the most commonly asked question is, am I scared surfing big waves? Or are you scared surfing big waves? Is what I get a lot. And the answer every time is yes. I'm always so nervous, especially if it's like we're coming out of summer into like our first big winter swell at home. It's like the nerves that come through are just, you have no control of not being scared or in fear, because you're about to go do something that is really not something humans should be doing, or we really should be putting ourselves in those situations, but usually the reward outweighs the risk. So how I have personally been to not necessarily get over my fear of surfing big waves is just, I've learned how to deal with it. And the way I've learned how to deal with it is a lot of training and a lot of practice. So just knowing what your body can handle is like half the battle. If you're mentally there, you're gonna be good, because that fear is gonna stay there to keep you from putting yourself in a bad situation that could end up killing you. So fear is good, being scared is good. It's just learning how to deal with it is the hardest part. Once you learn how to deal with it and you know you're trained and ready to put yourself in situations with like big waves, or even if it's for you, it's like big waves could be 6 to 8 feet. You know, as long as you train, you know you can hold your breath and you have the right safety equipment, then that's how you overcome that fear, I guess, or just knowing that you can handle whatever it throws at you. But then you are dealing with Mother Nature in the ocean, so bad things can happen, and you gotta know that as well. So just stay focused and train is what I would say about being scared. Surfing big waves. That trailed off into a lot more. We can see the waves right there, and then we can watch it right here on TV. Makua and Eli are in this heat, first heat. They're stoked, they get to get the butterflies out already. Is the vest in it?
No.
So nervous. I just need to get in the water. I'm like super hot. I'm watching everybody get firing waves. I just need to get out there and send it. I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm excited and I'm ready for the day. And I'm going to send it. Alright guys, so I thought being last heat of the round would be super sick, but I just realized my nerves are through the roof and I have to deal with it till the last heat of the first round. Nate's right before me. Oh. Hectic feeling, you guys. It's hectic. Question 2. What is surfing big waves like? Is a very commonly asked question for me. And it's a really hard question to answer because it's like nothing I've ever done before, and there's not many words to describe the feelings you get, because it's such a mixture of feeling and emotion, and like you're scared but you're so happy, you're with your friends, and sometimes you're traveling across the world, and it's like just this overwhelming mixture of emotion that's like, to me, I love it. But there can be those moments where big waves become super scary and super dangerous and bad things happen, and then that's like the worst thing ever, you know? But then you can get those moments where you or one of your best friends gets one of the best waves of their life, and it's like one of the most happiest moments. So it's really the lead up to a big wave session that is like full of all these emotions and like, is the waves gonna be good? Are we gonna like score, or like what's gonna happen? Like, is someone gonna get hurt? Like, it's just so much. But at the end of the day, surfing big waves is like having a lot of fun with your friends. As long as your friends are trained and ready for extreme situations and to be able to handle themselves. Not even just in situations that you have to handle yourself, like getting pounded, but if you're out there and one of your friends is in a bad situation, or your friends or someone you don't know is unconscious, or they're like on the cusp of dying, like, you gotta be prepared to not panic and save their life. So it's not only like you gotta overcome what you feel inside, you gotta be able to do that for the other people you're out there with. So surfing big waves is no joke, and it's fun and it's scary. So question number 3, how do I train for big waves? And that's a pretty easy question to answer. I do a lot of breath holding work, I do a lot of cardio work, because you basically just want to simulate what's going to happen in those big wave fall scenarios. So you want to be able to hold your breath, you want to be able to sustain a really high heart rate for a really extended amount of time. And another big thing is safety classes, learning how to save other people. That's like driving a jet ski, CPR, learning how to grab someone who's unconscious, because things like that are really, really difficult. Like you have to be trained to do that kind of stuff. And there's all kinds of courses in like a lot of surf towns, like Bragg, Big Wave Risk Assessment is a course that comes through a lot of surf towns, I think. But yeah, that's kind of how we train for it and prepare. Question number 4. My favorite big wave spot would have to be, whoa, I thought that was gonna be an easy question. I'm like torn between like Jaws, some outer reefs that I don't even want to talk about on North Shore. We're gonna skip that question. I love all the big waves, all around the world, except Nazare. Fuck Nazare. I was just kidding. Nazare is too scary, that's why I don't like it. Question number 5. Safety equipment. How does it work? What is it? Because a lot of people don't know. And luckily, I have a Quicksilver vest right here. This is what we used to save our lives. What happens is, I'll show you, these tabs right here are for basically popping a CO2 canister that'll inflate this vest and bring you to the surface, hopefully, when you're in a bad situation. And what it pops is this. This is an interesting one. They're usually thicker. But yeah, you get the idea. And here we have a release valve. Pull this, let the air out. If you gotta go under another wave and you're getting super smoked, you feel like you're gonna die, pull another one. And then around the waistband right here, it's just a top, so you can wear it in cold water. You put it over, you can put it over like a full suit. You can wear it with trunks, and this cinches. This is right around the waistband, and it cinches over your waist, so it's not coming off no matter what. So back here is where you put the canisters in. you got 4 pulls, these white tabs, and you screw them into these, it's kind of hard to show, but you screw them into this, and they're cinched down by this thing, and you're good to go. You got 4 pulls. Hopefully you don't ever have to use those 4 pulls. I'm always like, if I have to use all of those, my big wave day is done, for sure. It's good training. Okay, we ready? Wow, it's cold. There's a blow-off valve for when it gets too inflated. Ow. Frostbite on my neck. Traveling with these things is really funny. I feel like TSA will never ever get used to them because you can't just throw these wetsuits in your check-in bag or your board bag because they'll take it if they see these. But you're allowed to bring them on the plane with you in your carry-on and call it a personal flotation device. But they pull it out every time and they're like, what's this, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, it's just a vest that explodes. No big deal. It explodes with air and saves my life. No, one time we were in the airport in Maui and Nathan's just like, it was when these first came out, he's just, the TSA's lady's like, what is that? And he's like, oh, it's a vest that explodes. And we're literally standing in the airport. And luckily she spoke very broken English and she didn't catch it. But Nate's like, yeah, you pull it and it explodes. And we're like, I'm like, Nate, what? No, that's not what he means. And they're like, oh, okay, we get it. And he didn't get tackled or go to jail, which was nice. But yeah. Okay, question number 6. Our last question. And a very easy question for me to answer, but it is a very common question. Why do I surf big waves? Or like, why are you surfing those waves that could kill you? And I'm always just like, because I love it. I have this love for surfing that will probably never go away. So that's why I do it. I love it. I love the highs and the lows. I love traveling with my friends, and it's just what I love to do. Goodbye. If you guys want to see some of our big wave episodes, click one of the links below. We have a ton. Check them out. I'll catch you later.